where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street, they hawk. Still them talk, say, make we no talk. But thank God, say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun the command of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not dey off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun la wa mo la mo do 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 do. Mayegun diary, Mayegun power.
Hello there.
Hello, la mo do 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 do.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun power.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun power.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live. Share the broadcast.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are joining us from. Share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today. Read the caption as well so that you can settle in properly.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lákì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn lákì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lákì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lákì.
This is 2021. Some people are already getting ready to kill themselves over 2023. And they don't even know whether there will be 2023. They don't even know if there is 2023, whether they will still be around. There's nobody here who can say for sure that we will still be around by tomorrow. Nobody. It is God who determines who will still be around by 2023. Somebody said to me, sir, who do you think should be president in 2023? I said, president of where? He said, president of Nigeria. How are you sure there will be Nigeria in 2023? How are you sure? Can you swear? I pray there will be, so don't misquote me. But are you sure? Are you sure?
That was a year ago when the Pastor Adeboye, Baba G.O. of a redemption camp, of Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, when people were possibly pestering him to tell them, just his own opinion, he said, I can't give you my own opinion. But if you are asking for my own, for what God has told me, God didn't talk to me anymore concerning Nigeria. But we'll dig into that. What exactly did Pastor Adeboye, Baba Adeboye, said in his own words? Just quickly.
Because as the text will be reading will tell you, he said, if there's a problem in the land, and we have problems in the land now, Yes. Things seem to be getting funnier and funnier. If you don't learn to laugh in Nigeria now, you will develop hypertension. Whatever we've done wrong, particularly we Christians, that we haven't prayed enough. He said, if my people that are called by my name, my people called by my name, Christians, will humble themselves and pray. We are the ones asked to pray. Mercy, mercy, oh Lord, mercy. Mercy, that's just what we should be asking for. Because I mean, you know what's going on in our country? It doesn't even make sense anymore. Our Naira now is not, it's not even worth the paper it is printed on. And while people are hungry, trying to find enough money to buy bread to eat, our bosses are thinking of making the Naira more beautiful. Even if you can't buy bread, at least it will look beautiful. Oh Lord, have mercy. Do you know that up till now, and this is November, up till now, Daddy hasn't told me yet. Put the word yet, oh. Daddy hasn't told me yet that there's going to be an election next year. He hasn't told me yet.
ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní.
Baba G.O. Thank you, sir. Even though we know that majority of you have realized that 2015 of APC, Egbekegbe is like going into the zoo and then picking up a lion, a baby, a lion, or let me say a cub, a baby lion. Groom it, feed it. And when it begins to feed on you and your children, the fear in the land, because you don't want to be the next to be feasted on, right? We know about that. Even if you speak in parable, if you speak in idioms, if you speak in what else? Proverbs, we get it. We say thank you for being able to actually say it exactly on that of your Naira, that it has become worthless. They can redesign it, they can make it beautiful, even if it cannot buy bread. But the part where Baba said he hasn't heard from Daddy, that is Baba God, or that there will even be an election, talk less of who is going to be your next president. Now that part, me, I won't try small explain to you tonight. What Baba Adeboye is telling you, or let me say, is indirectly telling you, is that Nigeria titan. Let somebody shout hallelujah. Nigeria is what? done for. You know, there are some parameters. I don't know if I should use that, but let's use measurements. There are some measures that countries are rated on to determine whether it is a done country or about to be done. Before APC, Egbekegbe, under Goodluck Egbere, Jolantan, Nigeria was like done completely. And then when APC, Egbekegbe came in, then Nigeria is now completely done and forgone. How? When you talk about security, more than 2/3 of Nigeria currently is experiencing the worst of the worst form of terrorism, be it from kidnapping for ransom, kidnapping for organ harvesting, and then the full-rage Fulani terrorism, as well as the full-rage ISWAP Boko Haram terrorism. And the advancement of this act all over the country will show you that what or where is left for these losers and criminals that they are still controlling, other than your mind, the minds of so many of you that are working according to their own workbook, by the way. Baba Adeboye knows that right now, Nigeria foreign reserve has been so depleted that they are so ashamed to even announce it anymore. Nigeria Naira, for the first time in history, crossed 1,000 Naira to £1 this afternoon. And it is not even December yet. A dollar has crossed over 900 Naira. In the last 3 days now, it is nearing 1,000 Naira. So $100 will become 100,000, 100,000 Naira. 1,000 pounds will become 1 million Naira. Abi? Now, what does that mean? It simply means it's just a matter of time before you begin to see bag of Naira on the roadside. Guess what? You will see some. You look at the denomination. You'll be like, no, I don't want to carry any load. Now, you probably felt like that is impossible, right? Now, you are nearing that. And everyone who is a businessman or a businesswoman who wants to be honest will do exactly what Baba Gio is doing. Very soon, your offerings in churches, your offerings in mosque, the money you give out and all that, when you give Naira to them, they will say, no, you should bring dollars. Do you understand what that means? I don't think you do. There's something called hyperinflation. It means that whatever you are facing right now, the Nigeria that is tough, everywhere is hard, we don't even know what to do. Who did we offend? And blah, 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 blah. Whatever you are experiencing right now, just think about it like in 5 folds. I'll give you an example, so that practical example. Right now, they say in Nigeria, less than, how should I put it? They say more than 98% to 99% of the population they don't have up to 100,000 Naira in their bank account or in their possession, 100,000 Naira. And now, what that means is that even if you are, for those who are saving, for those who don't say you do money ritual where you won't see 100,000 Naira in bank account in this Nigeria today. Now, whatever it takes you, okay, no, don't let us use that illustration. That is not so straight, right? Let's use this one. Presently, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to all those pickpockets, political scavenger, political jobbers, depressed singers. So I'm talking to you who is watching me right now, and you are working hard for your money. Like you work for your money, right? Now, let's put it this way, that whatever it takes you to make 100,000 naira now, whatever effort, if it is so easy like that, just imagine having to work 5 times harder than what what it takes you to get 100,000 naira. Now, if you work for 12, if you struggle to get 50,000 naira as an individual, and you know what it takes, even if you are working or I don't know what you do, whatever you do that fetches you that 50,000 naira. Now think about what it's going to be like to have to do times 5 of that. Now, that is not the heartbreaking part, but only to realize that the 50,000 naira continue to lose value, right? As naira continue to lose value, your 50,000 naira, despite working 5 times harder, only worth 5 times lower. Imagine that heartbreak. Imagine that slavery. Imagine that frustration and what could probably happen. That's exactly where Nigeria is headed. Do you know why? Currently, they are running about, everybody is running about telling you everything you want to hear. We will do this, we will do that, blah, 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 blah. None of them has been able to clearly explain what and how they're going to get you out of this entire logjam. None. In fact, if any of them is even telling you anything right now, they are not, maybe they are not even close to me. I would say they are not even so near the intelligence of Mayegun. You can take that to the bank. You know why? If they are telling you right now that they will create jobs, they will do this, they will do that, without the real explanation of how, imagine what they will be able to explain to you in another 4-5 months, even to your election, to after it, if anything like that ever happened. Some of you don't have a clue what is still coming. Nigeria has completely nosedived, crashed for the past 4 years. Nigeria has been in a recession twice. These criminals cooked the figure. They came out and said, oh, Nigeria is out of recession. The economy is going to boom now. But 7 years of their reign, more people have lost their jobs. More businesses have lost their investment, right? While the criminals continue to print money to patch the shortages, the deficit, and the rest of all their failures. Now, they have so much money in circulation that they have lost count, they have lost trace, and they don't even know what to do anymore. And this is just November. By the time you get to December, you would have probably get used to exchanging a pound for 1,000 naira. And then you probably will be happy. I don't know, maybe not happy. Okay, maybe not happy. Okay. You probably will understand what they have in stock for you when you now have to walk out there and pay over 80,000 naira for a bag of rice. You see that your cooking gas, that some of you are tweeting and complaining, 8 kg, 10 kg, 5,000, 8,000, and all of that, yeah? You would have to go back and pick up a Diabacha stove. I'm talking about economic, this one is not going to be recession, economic depression, more than what you are currently experiencing. And none, not presently, Bokwari APC, according to them, you are now on your own. Whatever they say to you is just all talk. You know they don't give a damn anymore. Now, those who are saying they want to come and fix it, they are not saying how. Just the normal free talk. All talk, no action. So when Baba Adeboye said, are you sure there will be an election? Are you sure some of you are going to be patient enough till February before everything scatter? Wait, make another tip. Let Baba explain it in his words.
Because as the text will be reading will tell you, he said, if there's a problem in the land, and we have problems in the land now, things Things seem to be getting funnier and funnier. If you don't learn to laugh in Nigeria now, you will develop hypertension. Whatever we've done wrong, particularly we Christians, that we haven't prayed enough. He said, if my people that are called by my name, my people called by my name, Christians, will humble themselves and pray. We are the ones asked to pray. Mercy, mercy, oh Lord, mercy. Mercy, that's just what we should be asking for. Because you know what's going on in our country? It doesn't even make sense anymore. Our Naira now is not, it's not even worth the paper it is printed on. And while people are hungry, trying to find enough money to buy bread to eat, our bosses are thinking of making the Naira more beautiful. Even if you can't buy bread, at least it will look beautiful. Oh Lord, have mercy. Do you know that up till now, and this is November, up till now, Daddy hasn't told me yet. Put the word yet, oh. Daddy hasn't told me yet that there's going to be an election next year. He hasn't told me yet. We continue, of course, as if there's going to be. I'm saying that Adeboye, I'm not talking of other people. God has not told me yet. The yet must be capital. He may tell me tomorrow, I don't know. But as of this moment that I'm sitting before you, he hasn't told me yet whether or not there will be an election next year. And of course, as usual, anybody who comes to me and he says, pray for me, I pray for them. That's my duty. It's me. My duty is to pray. It's up to God to answer. I'm not trying to frighten you. I'm not telling you that I know something secret that you don't know. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a pastor. But I'm your pastor. I am your pastor. And we need to pray. We need to thank him for all he had done in the past. We need to apologize to him for all our failures. And then we need to cry to him for mercy.
Baba. How old is Baba Adeboye now, by the way? Baba Ogbon Sodiki. You know, when you are like, if I should speak my mind, there is no point in us going to do any election to elect and reactivate the tenure of the same rogues who brought us to this stage. You know, if Nigeria is working well, now all of us supposed to what? Enjoy it. Maybe as Nigeria no work, no be all of us they suffer am now. But the criminals who brought these sufferings upon us, their proxies, the godfathers, the money baggy, and all the cartel of criminals ruling and they're controlling every part of Nigeria. They did this to us. Now they are promising to get us out of it. From every part, everywhere, bars. If you turn here, they will say, we are coming to come and fix it. We are coming to come and help you. Nigeria is going to... But when you look at them, very well, you see them, they are the same people. Same people. That's why people like us just feel like it is a waste of time, even though as much as we are no longer interested in this type of arranged Nigeria controlled by the owners who just kind of pull us like their puppets and all that. So the only thing you haven't tried, or we haven't tried, is that we haven't tested the choice of doing our things our way like we used to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we haven't tried. Since so many of you are not interested in this yet, that is why God, that some of you always kind of dump all your hypocrisy on. The people who speak to that God. Baba Adeboye is one of the, if not the biggest in Nigeria or Africa. I'm not sure. But RCCG is one of the biggest Christian organization or church in the world. So you can imagine millions. We are talking about hundreds of millions of people who look up to that Baba Adeboye, because they strongly believe he hears from God, because he preaches the word of God. And over time, those of us who know how Nigeria system have always been running, the relationship between politicians, pastors, politics, and the people, as much as it's a big business in Nigeria, there are people who genuinely believe Baba Adeboye as their spiritual leader. Now, if you are one of those who always feel like God knows best, God is going to this and that, God don't stop talking to Baba Adeboye about Nigeria. He may not say it directly to you. Or what God is telling Baba Adeboye, Baba Adeboye has told God that, listen, daddy, for the sake of your ministry, for this era, we cannot deliver such message. So because of that, every time everybody asked him to ask God, he said, well, God is no longer saying anything. Because if Baba Adeboye should come out clean, the way people like us would do, and without using the Sodiki, Ogbon, organize every other person otherwise. Here you get it. Baba Adeboye is like, okay, you know what? He is wise, but overwise. So he's using the Ogbon of, if you overwise, you can lose everything. Or everything that Nigeria politicians, politics, policies of the politicians have shielded or given to you, you have to be wise. So let's say Baba is using wise or wisdom. Is using wisdom. Baba is wise. And Baba is asking God to go and give the message to other messengers, men of God, who are overwise to deliver them. So in a nutshell, right? If Baba was to deliver it exactly, Baba would tell you that, number one, God has told him that he didn't create Nigeria. Number two, God has told him that he never appointed anybody or make anybody your leader. Never. Nobody. Whether PDP, APC, anywhere where they come from, whoever who has been your leader, who is your leader in any part, you know how they got here, including killing some of you to get to where they got to. So Baba Adeboye would have said it clearly. I said, brethren, God told me that it never, ever in his life, that that God never appointed any leader or make anybody any leader over you. the evil that men do, live with them and live after them, and the consequences of their evil will be the burden of their people who support them and those who don't even support them in that same contraption. That's number 2. Number 3, Baba Adeboye would have used, listening to God, he would have used the opportunity to tell you what he knows about the mindset of the people coming to him to pray to God. Because it's true. Right now, if you go to Redeemed Church, all your politicians and ritualists, the murderers, thieves, you will see them at the front row and go there for Redeemed Church. If you go to Baba Oyedepo Church, you will see all your own thieves there, from councillor to chairman, from chairman to assembly, assembly to rep, to senate, to governor, to the rest. Now them they there receiving blessing from the altar. So Baba would have said, "Hey, my brethren, ijo irapada redeem." You see that Sanwo-Olu of Lagos. This is his intention. This is waiting them come to me to come and to pray for them on. This is what they are covering. You see that one who done from Akwa Ibom. Now the waiting that one they do be this. The prayer we are doing for him. You see this one here and this one there. This one brought this. This one brought that. The money where they brought to God, now God get them all. All of you now. If you are expecting anything from them, now do you know how many of you at that point will suddenly receive a sort of a different, miraculous, eye-opening, sense-opening experience? Can you imagine that? Imagine that Adeboye is not telling every one of you that you see this place. That instead of you to be demanding, preparing to participate in the fraudulent election of these guys, una suppose carry pompo, carry anything where you feel carry anything where Holy Spirit direct you to carry, and chase these people out of town and get your lives back. Now, and Baba know that if he say that, before he finish that sermon, you go see helicopter, you go see armor tank. You will think they have just suddenly discovered Alaji Sheka alive again. So Baba said, I don't hear anything from God, though. But when he asked God that is there going to be election in 2023, God, no answer. What does that tell you? It simply means either what God is telling Baba is not what the policy and the politicians are going to be comfortable with. And if it should be so straightforward with it, now then you go no say Redeemed Church and all their affiliates, now then you go no say government, at least person with the government in this corrupt, lawless Nigeria. They can turn every Redeemed Church chapter all over Nigeria to where they sell books, bookshops, or turn everywhere, all your branches, all the, how many? 180,000, 200,000 branches. You can hear them. That's how lawless Nigeria is. Everything, they go change the name and turn on to Nigerian Ice Cream Company. So he knows that. Before God will deal with that person who do that, before even you will then revolt or do anything, they will still do it. And you're going to know bond them well. Now, so you they talk. What do you know? So Baba Adeboye is playing smart. And at the same time, is giving you the hint that even if they push it, all pointers, for goodness sake, all pointers says that if nothing is done, seriously, if nothing is done between now and December, when I say nothing, or let me say, let's say if something is not done, put it that way. And when I say something, right, I'm talking about raw, real injection of cash, and this is not just cash, dollars, forex into your Nigerian economy. Oh, I don't know how to describe what you are likely going to experience by the end of December. But like Baba Adeboye said, I don't want to scare you. Let me tell you what they have done. You have so much Naira. Right now, so much. But you do, those who are who have to trade, to run business, run your economy, and the rest of them, right? They don't have dollars. Do you know why? I posted something on Facebook earlier, and I said, if the owners of money says it go better for APC, the owners of evening will disagree. It go say it no go better for them. You don't know what they have done to you, whether you are carrying brooms or they carry umbrella or whatever you are carrying about. Sometimes you should drop them and just listen. Maybe, just maybe, it will help you in understanding what you are up against, and maybe it will help you in dealing with it, like so many of us want to. What they have done to you in 7 years, they opened the floodgate of thieves who come into Nigeria, load your crude oil, and they take them out free of charge. It is called stolen crude oil. Now that is what Nigeria has been, Nigeria has been losing over 700,000 barrels every day until September 2022, when people started questioning them. What is going on? How could NNPC, that is selling Nigerian crude oil, how could they not have any money remitted to Nigeria? That's what Nigeria depends on. This is what the only thing that gives your Naira a tiny bit of floating, status, whereby it can be here, it can be down, it can be up, it can be down, than the spiral downward that is currently experiencing. Now, for the first time in Nigeria history, NNPC of Nigeria, they were selling your crude oil. And for 9 months, they remitted no single cent, not even $1. That gap is what is about to sink Nigeria now. Because this money ended up in the hands of those who have taken over the control of that sector, led by Buhari himself. Since Nigeria is not producing anything, when cargo planes fly to Nigeria heavily, when they leave Nigeria, they leave empty-handed, nothing to take out. And for 7 years, just like everything they touched died. Even export industry of Nigeria dwindled and they dead until the patch and fake figure they are releasing that are not really impactful, not showing in your lives, everyday lives. You know that. But whatever it is, by the time you get to December and the entire resources is depleted, like beyond remedy, economic woes alone are likely going to trigger an unrest that even these criminals, the way they have looted Nigeria, they won't even have enough resources to even defend themselves with what is coming too. A lot is coming. It's just that even your pastor knows that if you pray and pray with what they have so far, you just have no idea what is going to be. But for election, you can continue to pretend, like he said, Adeboye said, we can continue to pretend like, you know what I mean? There will be one. But are you sure? In 2021, when he asked that question, I'll play that again. Then I'll go to the next thing.
This is 2021. Some people are already getting ready to kill themselves over 2023. And they don't even know whether there will be 2023. They don't even know if there is 2023, whether they will still be around. There's nobody here who can say for sure that will still be around by tomorrow? Nobody. It is God who determines who will still be around by 2023. Somebody said to me, sir, who do you think should be president in 2023? I said, president of where? He said, president of Nigeria. How are you sure there will be Nigeria in 2023? How are you sure? Can you swear? I pray there will be, so don't misquote me. But are you sure? Are you sure?
Are you sure? Don't worry. We'll go see what Wike is up to again. A quick one. Were Wike, were dun wo. In Yoruba, they will say, were dun wo. But anyway, all of them, they smile, they laugh, they and the rest. Well, it's worth it. According to Emperor Wike, I don't know if many of you have heard. The reason why he's dancing, doing all of that and that, number one, at least for the time being, Rivers State, if they do election, are you with me? Almost all of Wike's PDP candidates in the states, National Assembly or State Assembly or whatever it is, they are likely going to run unopposed. Ask me why. The air bus goes outside. We are doing what's that guy name? Say Guy Fawkes are being kokon. They do bonfire all over, so that's why you're hearing bus goes. But it's all right. With a Wike, somehow I mean I don't know as of today, APC Egbe in Rivers State, they don't have any candidate in the election. Now, court say their Congress, everything, no candidates as we speak. In Rivers State, there is no Labour Party candidates. Peter Obi people, even some Peter Obi candidates were there, right? Court said there is no Labour Party candidate at all for state election in Rivers State. Are you with me? So if you see him dance, so it's like, now I am going to deal with Atiku. You know, he's a lawyer that never really practices law. But his wife, I think she's a lawyer too. I mean, a good one at that. So with Wike, I set the stage that his own selected and picked people will succeed him and they will shield him and protect him as their little Hitler. The person that wants to be the governor in Rivers State, the guy is the current accountant general of Rivers State, wanted by EFCC or ICPC for the corruption of a 400 billion naira. 400 billion naira. Go and read about it. It's online. It's there. Okay. The day he got elected as the PDP candidate, the day they did the primary, he was hiding. He didn't come there. That's to tell you that Wike needs people he can trust to cover his ass and the rest of that. And as he be, he be like say don't sort. And that is why he is ready to spend 14 billion naira every month in paying 200,000 polling unit special assistance to governor. Because now he can deal with that Atiku properly. He's no longer interested anywhere. It's like, you see, you know what's in here? I will pay money everywhere to bribe and make sure, say, Atiku no get anything where we can get interest. And it's getting interesting, But listen to him. He inaugurated the second batch of his 200,000 assistants. If you are not rushing and you are not, or maybe if you are moody, you probably will have something to laugh at. Now, the people who want to rescue you from the dungeon of poverty. Now, the people who want to bring you out of what Nigeria has become. Now, one of them is this. Even though they betrayed him. And they said that's the reason why he's become so mad. Uncontrollably mad. But now the character who are trying to save Nigeria, they this, and you believe them.
Yes, we can. We are here to inaugurate the last batch of the special assistance to the governor and political units of the Rivers East Senatorial District. Today begins your journey in the upliftment of a political life. So many people have been seeking for appointments to serve under the governor of Rivers State. Rivers State population is not less than 6 million, and so you are lucky to be one of those to serve as special assistant to the governor of Rivers State. But what is important is you have identified amongst your colleagues, your peers, to be one that can be trusted to work with the governor of Rivers State. So I want to thank and congratulate all of you for today. Again, so many people have said, Why am I appointing almost 100,000 special assistants? What are they going to do? I told them, you are not the one that's appointing. It is me who is appointing. It's me that wear the shoes, that knows where it pitches. It is not you outside because you are not in governance. I know what it takes. And I know that these people are going to help me. Because now that I'm finishing, I want to finish very, very well. Remember, when we commissioned Rebisi flyover, when Fashola came to commission that Rebisi flyover, remember I told you, we have done a lot of infrastructure. There will come a time when we do stomach infrastructure. And this is part of stomach infrastructure.
Malamba, 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 malamba,
If I ingest River State money in Rivers people, did I do wrong? No. Did I do wrong? No. As I speak to you, my mailbox almost crashed. People are sending text messages. Why are you leaving us alone? The job is too much. This number cannot do the work. Therefore, a lot of Rivers people are volunteering to be part of this work. And I can announce to you today, we have increased the number from 100,000 to 200,000.
A biggie man, 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 a biggie man. Well, I say, in order for size, oh, biggie man, yes, oh, a biggie man, a biggie man.
So, all the local government go home. Identify your people who will be part of this job to help Rivers State to see where we are in this country. It is very, very important. And from the end of this month, you are taking your first salary. If they have what it takes, tell them to challenge us. Tell them to challenge us. We are here. Your job. Now listen, before I inaugurate you. Your job is to go back to your units and find out what your people are saying in the various units. Let them tell Rivers people. Let them talk to us. Are we doing well or we're not doing well? What do they want? What are they lacking? Above all, they should tell us the feelings of Rivers people and tell us where to go to, because we don't want to make any mistake. If you are part of this special assistance, you now rise so we can inaugurate you. Rise for inauguration. But the powers conferred on me as the governor of Rivers State, you as special assistant to the governor on political units, go home and work and return the information to us and wait for our salaries. Thank you, and God bless you.
Biggie man, I want to see that his dance again. People are asking, whose money is he using? Oh, you have no idea. If you are not from Nigeria, okay, somehow this may kind of, sound like what's going on here? Like, whose money is he going to use to give to pay people in a country that is oh dear man. Well, people are happy. You know what I mean? That they are going to have a bite of the government money. You know what I mean? Because government money is like free money for few people. If you are called to come and have a bite, you don't complain. And please don't hate us. It's our turn. That's exactly what it is. But when you ask them, that money will be from what? What exactly are they going to be doing for him? They are going to be informants. The governor's informants. Okay? In their unit. According to Wike, they have over 200 political units. We call them political wards in Nigeria. So Rivers State, the second richest state in Nigeria by revenue, even by resources as well, by revenue generation. Now, he is sadly, if you ask where is he going to get the money from? That's the question. Like, where do you expect him to get that from? Well, they have the money that he can flow around, as in, like he did just there. And the people sharing him and all of that, oh dear, it is their turn too. In fact, give me a sec. There is I found that. Just 1 second.